As Airbnb hosts, something that is amazing is being able to share our home with others. A downside can be if you're managing your own property, you are so booked that you don't get to get in there and make sure everything is working smoothly. So we had one night in between guests during our high season that Michael was able to go out and visit the house.
Hi, house.
He got there super late so he could get up really early and do a few of our maintenance things. And because we've been so booked and busy, today's episode is a compilation of moments we've been able to get to the house and some scary moments and a few, I don't like to say it, but poop-filled moments. So stay tuned.
Ow, 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 that's really hot. Had a very successful morning. I just got like 2 hours worth of work done. Now it is time for me to continue on with my list. The list that grows every time I come here. One of those things on this list, next thing on the list, clean the fireplace. So let's do it. Okay, so this rug has lasted us over a year, and I didn't think it would last this long, but I just tried wetting some spots to get some stains out. You saw Kristen try and get a stain out right here. It's hard to see. We just want to have a backup just in case there's ever like a situation where our cleaner's like, there's literally dog poop all over the rug. I don't know what to do. So we're going to order a separate one. I just got off the phone with Kristen. She is ordering a separate one of these. We bought this rug for $300. It's an 8x10. Our Havenly designer is the one that recommended it, and it was like going to be like $400, $500, $600. I can't remember. We found it for $300 on Walmart. Kristen just found it for $150 on Bed Bath & Beyond. Ooh, there's a little squirrel outside. Can you guys see the squirrel? What's he doing? So yeah, she ordered that. That is going to be here just in case if an emergency happens and we need to swap it out. If you want the link for this rug that's $150, we will put a link down below. Honestly, insane deal. This rug has been very good and has been used for hundreds of guests over the last year. What's next? Oh yeah, those chairs outside were looking kind of rough. We had some rain, and for some reason those cushions on those chairs just get dirty after the rain. So I'm going to go clean those now. The house is holding up great. We've had back-to-back guests, and I'm just so pleased with how everything's running. So no complaints here. Hey, what's up, everybody? Today is a Monday. Fun day. We just got a text from our cleaner as I'm in the middle of working, just normal work stuff. She just got there, and we had a 3 or 4 night stay
With a pet.
And she sent us a photo of poop on the ground from the dog that the owner did not clean up inside the house. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? 1, 2, if it pooped before they left and they did not see it, how many times did it poop in the house when they were there?
Oh my God, I didn't think about that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like they like quickly cleaned it up, or maybe.
Oh my God.
We love allowing dogs because we have a dog, but I also forget that like our dog is so well trained, like potty trained wise, that like not every other dog out there is trained as good as Finn. Finn, you're a shining star. Okay, so I just feel so bad for our cleaner because it's like the last thing she needs right now.
And on a busy day, and she's
Yeah.
like, what else am I gonna find? You know.
So fingers crossed that is the only thing that she runs into today. But these are the little joys,
Little turds of
the little joys of owning a short-term rental. Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys, another little update. So since our cleaner found the one poo, there was poo on the sheets as well. So that was fun. And then what had happened is our cleaner just informed us that they left a MacBook. They left their laptop on the table by the front entryway and shit all over our house.
Poop.
I'm praying that it is dog poop that's on the sheets and not human poop that's on the sheets. But that's another story. This laptop thing, oh my gosh, they're trying to figure out if they have friends that are still in the area that can grab them. These people are from San Francisco, or if they are going to have to wait a week till we can get into the house to grab the laptop and ship it back to them. So this is fun. This is something that's happened a couple times that have come up for us where we have to figure out how to get something to somebody after they left. Usually we'll just ship it to them. Some people have offered to pay for it. These guys have offered to pay for us to ship the laptop if they cannot figure this out. But like, let me tell you guys, not always rainbows and butterflies. This was a direct booking, so we cannot go through Airbnb or do any of that. There's no damage. So like, there's not damage to anything so far, as long as the stains can come out and all of that stuff. But just annoying that this is a Monday. I guess it doesn't matter what day it is. Yeah, this is the fun. This is the fun. This is the realness. This is actually what goes on. There's poop and people leave laptops. So, oh my gosh. All right, well, that's the update for now. I'll keep you guys updated if anything else changes. Okay, so a little update. They did have a friend that was still in the Joshua Tree area because they are from San Francisco. She is going by the house to pick up the laptop. I am so thankful that I don't have to figure out how to ship a laptop, but that's what we would have had to do. Like, we won't be at the house for another week and a half or so. I'm just so glad we've avoided that headache. Hey everybody, it is Michael. So we have guests at our house right now, and last night at 8:00 p.m., the internet went out. 2 people booked through our direct booking website. It seemed like fine, just 2 people.
Internet's been out since 8 p.m. It's 9 a.m.
And we are kind of not sure what to do. I emailed them last night through our direct booking website. I sent them a note and said like, hey, is everything okay? Is the power still on? Like all that stuff. No response. I just sent him a text because I have his number. So I'm waiting on a response, but like Chris and I obviously go to the worst. We're like, did these people cut the internet?
Did they bring a U-Haul or did they take all our stuff? Like, so many things go through your mind, but like I was waking up.
And they could have accidentally unplugged the Wi-Fi, so like, who knows? Yeah, this is kind of scary, kind of not. I don't know how to feel about it yet. I'm trying to be relaxed until they...
Because we have their information. They've paid for the stay, right?
Yeah.
They've also shown their face on our camera. They showed up early, and the guy walked in front of the camera and was like, hi, we're 5 minutes early. I hope that's okay. Thank you. And then like went and brought stuff in the house. No one's ever done that before.
Yeah, so it's not like we had any like off feelings about these people. So just curious what's going on, and we will keep you guys updated because this is a new thing that's never happened.
Yeah, device offline for like a long time. It's kind of scary.
Okay, well.
I'll keep you posted.
Okay, sunbird guy over here.
Oh my God.
Again. So he just texted us back. Obviously, I don't know why we go to like default, like Kristen's like, he could have killed her.
I was like, he's a serial killer. And she's in that duffel bag now, like that they brought in earlier. You know, just, no. I'm like, Michael, you could cut the internet and like they're out in the middle of nowhere.
Oh my gosh, no. He said he texted back. He said, hi, yes, we're at the national park right now, but we lost internet last night at 9 p.m., which is weird he wouldn't reach out. So I said, no worries, just when you get back, let me know and I can help you troubleshoot. So.
But it had been like 20 minutes since Michael texted him. So I was like, why isn't he texting back? But also,
they're in the national park.
You go in and out of service while you're over there. So
that's the update. No drama, just self-created drama. Okay, you guys, so crisis actually averted. Kristen and I are on our way to Home Depot because it is April and it is time that we get our at-home garden in shape. This house that we moved into has garden beds, and so we figured why not take advantage of them. But the internet did come back on at the house, so it must have been an issue with our provider. Luckily, this dude was super chill, and he texted me back and he was like, oh yeah, we had service on our phone, so it wasn't that big of a deal. We got to watch the basketball game before the power went out or before the internet went out. So it wasn't too big of a deal. And they're in the park exploring. So I'm like, okay, thank goodness that we're just overreacting. But it's crazy how in those situations, like I was fully preparing to drive out to the house to make sure it was okay. And Kristen was like, should we call the cleaner and have her drive by? And it's just like, sometimes working yourself up to those scenarios is unnecessary until you need to. So lesson learned here. But yeah, we're gonna have a nice little Sunday going to Home Depot to get some dirt and some plants. We got tomatoes.
Like a husky cherry tomato.
Yeah, sure, why not? You want Roma? Let's get one Roma and one. Yeah.
That one looks healthier than this one.
Okay. So we just spent $75 on seeds and seeds, plants, and dirt for things that we could buy in the grocery store for $20.
But that's one trip. Think about this plentiful bounty we're about to create.
$40 for 2 trips.
Yeah, but this will be multiple trips to the garden.
It's the fun.
Yeah, it's the fun of picking your own bounty. Like last year when we had strawberries galore.
Picking your own bounty.
And I didn't even plant them. I just got the fruits of the labor before me. And I was
Dude,
so
the words
happy.
you're using are so amazing right now.
Really?
Your bounty and the fruits of your labor.
We love this life of being able to manage our property from afar while living our lives, being able to grow and build our home here, as well as balancing our lives out in Joshua Tree. So we just wanted to give you a glimpse of what that reality is like with this episode today. And thank you so much for all of your support over the years, and please make sure to tune in to next week's episode because we have some exciting things coming that you won't want to miss.